Welcome back to Ask Rip. This is the famous internet podcast where we talk about things that aren't really very important.
It's the greatest 15 minutes of your
The
life.
greatest 15 minutes
Of your day.
of your drive, of your day. So,
Justin Gibber from Instagram.
Gibber, I like that.
Justin Gibber. Who is your favorite Star Trek character / villain? Star Trek.
Well, so he wants a villain. Star Trek villain?
He said character / villain.
Character / villain.
How about one of each?
Well, everybody's favorite Star Trek character, Spock. Hell, Spock raised me. You know, there I was, a little 10-year-old boy. Watched every one of the shows from on the day it was first broadcast for 3 years. Every one of the shows on the day it was first broadcast. There are probably a handful of us still alive.
Yeah.
That were there every night for Star Trek. The first time, because it was just such a fascinating change of pace from Lost in Space. Oh, God. And, it's thoughtful, intelligent, kind of cornball now, but what moron doesn't like Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock?
Yeah.
I think that the wild, multi-trillion-dollar success of that franchise is due to the fact that those guys are pretty cool. So I'd have to say Mr. Spock is my favorite character. My favorite villain would have to be General Korg. No, Cord. General Cord.
Don't know that one.
Oh, he's a Klingon. Big,
Oh, yeah.
magnificent Klingon General Cord. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you've been following Ask Rip, the very first question was something about
Something about Star
aliens
Trek.
or something.
Aliens.
I think it was Wellborn that asked.
Yeah, I think we did
And
Wellborn's
you
question
wanted to be a Vulcan.
at some point, and so we're revisiting that topic. I guess that'll happen every couple of months
Yeah.
from now till hell is
it's
solid,
important.
right?
It's very
till
important.
hell is a solid frozen
Yeah.
cube. We'll have to talk about Star Trek
Trek.
every couple of months.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's better than talking
we'll
about
get
Star
used
Wars.
to that. Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
Corey Hickman. Corey Hickman.
Corey Hickman.
He wants to know how he can develop a voice like yours.
I don't know that you develop a voice like mine. I think a voice like mine, you're born with. I have a very good voice. I was a broadcaster at an early age. In fact, I believe
This is your NPR voice.
this is
You have an NPR
this is
voice.
my
I've heard it.
well, yes, this would be my NPR voice, or it would be conversely my FM radio voice.
Okay.
The FM radio voice is like it was Chicago first album, song called Freeform Guitar. Terry Kath on the guitar on that song. It's 11 minutes after 2 a.m. Next, you're going to hear a little band called Gamma. So that's the FM voice.
Okay.
Very laid
It's
back.
pretty good.
Very, very slow, very not in a hurry, because there aren't any ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are no
And it's-
advertisements
and it's
because
2
no
a.m.
one is listening.
It's 2
It's 2 a.m. and no one is listening. So but as far as the voice is concerned itself, I think you're born with the voice. For instance, I don't think that Michael Savage has this quality of voice, and I think that if you'll listen to his show in the afternoon, you'll very, very quickly see why.
You would make a good talk show.
I would.
You
I would, in
really
fact,
would.
make a good talk
This
show.
is essentially what we're doing here.
Yes, this is a talk show with nobody bothering us on
Yeah,
the telephone.
that's right. Because you'd
Right?
have to do that. You'd have to take calls. Fuck.
Yeah, I did. Calls. Emails are bad enough. Okay,
Ina.
Ina.
Our friend Ina.
Ina.
What
Ina
is
Koppel
Ina
from
Koppel,
Long Island.
Long Island. What is your favorite post-workout meal?
Coffee.
Post-workout.
Coffee.
Coffee?
I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
That's the
you're
way it's
being-
pronounced
okay,
in Long Island.
I gotcha.
Let's get some coffee. We've got to go get some coffee.
She kind of she doesn't have much.
No, she doesn't. She's Russian. She
Oh,
doesn't
right.
have a she doesn't have a Long Island.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit, but it's not egregious. What I do after I train is, and Jordan's got me doing this. He's got me taking a bunch of BCAAs. So I go back in the little closet back there and mix up about a 15-gram slug of BCAA.
Horrid shit.
Orange. Well, it's orange flavor. It tastes like Tang to me.
Well, you mix it into your little orange concoction.
No, it comes in an orange concoction. That BCA, the can of
Yeah.
BCA, I can't even remember the name of it.
I've only
But-
had the unflavored stuff. And it's
No, God,
awful.
don't do that. What I do have unflavored is unflavored whey, and I buy unflavored whey protein because it doesn't really have any flavor, and you can mix it with whatever you want it to taste like. I mix it with a diet orange soda, so I've got a little orange protein drink that doesn't have any carbs in it. I'll do that in the afternoon, but right after training, I'll do the BCAAs because I was told to do that by Jordan,
And you always do what Jordan
and
says.
I'm his thrall.
Yes, absolutely. After that, it's Taco Casa.
Yep, then Taco Casa. All right, one more.
Danny Rivera from our friends at Arlington Strength and
I
Conditioning.
wonder if this guy is related to Geraldo
I'm sure he is.
Rivera.
I'm actually positive that he is.
Geraldo Rivera. Why are you positive? Because the question is
Because
so
they have
incredibly stupid. That has to be what it
This
is. right?
This is probably where Geraldo got his skills.
Okay.
Danny asks, did Rip acquire the reading materials in the men's bathroom himself, or is the WFAC membership responsible for that library? He was here for the meet with a bunch of
Oh, he
people.
was? Well, there's
Yeah.
just a bunch of magazines and
It's just
shit in there.
magazines.
It's just magazines.
But they're about
you
guns.
you pay for the magazine subscription.
They show up.
The postman shows up.
And then you
they
put
make
them
their
in the
way
bathroom.
into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of an accumulation.
But it is quality reading material. I mean,
It is, in fact. There's not
American
any Women's
Rifleman,
Day in
yeah.
there, or there's no Red Book, there's no Vogue, there's no Glamour, there's no
I think currently there's
Cosmo, there's no what is the rest of it?
there's like a 5-year-old copy of Science with the St. Louis Gateway Arch on the front of it right now.
Yeah, there's the AAAS magazine is in there. Some NRA publications, a couple of old astronomy magazines that date from the late 90s, and that's about all. At one time, we had Playboys in the bathroom, and
Can't do that, Rip.
well, I can, just haven't yet. But Playboy isn't what it used to be,
They don't have. They're not going to do naked pictures.
They're not in naked. Well, it's not Playboy.
Well, everybody gets it for
They're
the
shooting their
articles
own
anyway.
feet off. Yeah, that's the only reason I read it.
So
Was the article? We at one time had naked girls in the bathroom back there, and then a certain percentage of our membership. This is many years ago, back when I used to care how many members I had here at the gym. There was some squealing and whining. But one of our kids go back there in the back and somehow suddenly see a titty, as if that hadn't already happened and stuff. I just wasn't interested in playing that game with his parents, so we took him out. But, now that you bring that up,
Danny, next time you come, we'll have some Playboy in there for you.
Danny, we're ready for you, bud.
Yep, we'll get you.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
All right, now, come on, Nick.
One more.
All right.
One more. This is from our friend Bill Bean. Bill Bean.
Oh, Bill Bean. We'll answer his
he's-
question.
We're a big fan of Bill.
Yeah.
This is good, and I'm going to try to not mess this up.
All right.
All right. As we see going forward with both our elite games athletes as well as Gen Pop trainees, torque management continues to be muted across modes, leaving a ligament-dominant strategy really only suitable in extreme cases of capsule irregularity and stability seeking.
Yes.
Right?
All right.
With this outward direction of junk tissue comes obvious intransigence,
Right.
but will sacral trailing be adequate with respect to repatterning to obtain compliance and reduce compensations, or will more severe and or aggressive interventions such as voodoo flossing become undesirable and or necessary?
Well, palliative sacral trailing, as I've said many times, is the biggest problem we see as movement specialty coaches.
Gen Pop and Elite.
Gen Pop and Elite,
Absolutely.
far and away. Palliative sacral trailing. And
It's all about torque management.
I think torque is the problem. And I've said that I've always said that.
Always.
Always.